Shall we begin? Let's begin now.
Hello, tunga suormigit tafunga nunavukpaamun uvanga ian taanna taqqatinna suormi oqausiukataksimooyalormun B.C mit qukersartorui taikku taneraayu inuinnernerartausimalersuti igayaakku qanuitiunaarmangalli neriugiuyarlugu tusaqumanaarlugu asingikku taku CBC asiaku qanuitiumanga takuganguallarlugu.
It's a very small community, about halfway between Dawson Creek, which is on the Alberta border, and
Tumbler Ridge B.C.
Williams Lake. A deranged shooter, reportedly only 17 years old, murdered members of his family and then went to the local high school and started a shooting rampage. In the end, 10 people are dead, including the shooter. Juno News uncovered the identity of the trans-identifying Tumbler Ridge mass shooter who has killed 9 and sent at least 27.
The family confirms identity of trans Tumbler Ridge school shooter.
To hospital. Hours after the attack, police refused to use any language stating the gender of the shooter with any certainty. Police put out an emergency warning to residents of Tumbler Ridge on their phones on Tuesday, warning of an active shooter, which they described as, quote, described as a female with brown hair wearing a dress. Described as a female with brown hair wearing a dress. The male shooter was dressed up as a woman. Notice how it doesn't say it's a female. It just says described as female wearing a dress.
Male suspect wearing a dress.
Just unbelievably horrific. When police arrived at the scene, they found the suspect deceased with, quote, self-inflicted gun wound, but were met with several refusals to divulge information from politicians and police. The RCMP wouldn't give the suspect's name. They wouldn't give any identifying characteristics, and they wouldn't even say if the shooter was a student. They wouldn't even say if the shooter was male. Really unbelievable obfuscation here from police.
We're still trying to determine a lot about the shooter at this stage right now. We believe we've been able to identify the shooter, but for privacy reasons and obviously for the conduct of the investigation, we're not releasing that information at that time until we're assured that we've connected with the appropriate people.
The brother of his mother. His mother's allegedly been killed by the shooter. We spoke to Russell Strange, who is the uncle, and he confirmed that his nephew, the shooter, was transgender and was responsible for the shooting. We have it confirmed from his own family member. Facebook post from Strange's mother, Jennifer, who is believed to be one of the victims, indicated that she has been concerned about her son's violent tendencies for years, talking about his mental health problems and his behavioral issues from a very young age. She wrote,
He has been having mental health issues for years.
About it all on Facebook through Facebook mom groups. The story is still developing, but I just want to give a shout out to Juno News reporters Cosmin Georgia and Clayton Demain. These guys were up all night, from best I can tell. They were working around the clock, working their sources, trying to get information, trying to confirm facts. Unbelievable role of independent media in this country. Great job, guys. And let me just say to the audience, this is why you have to support independent media, because we will bring you the facts. We will tell you the truth. We will not dance and skirt around. We will not repeat the propaganda and the agenda being put out by the legacy media and by our institutions who just don't want Canadians to know the truth. It's important to note that Canada's state broadcaster, the CBC, has still not reported on the identity of the shooter, which was confirmed by Juno News to be Jesse Strange, and they are still opting to rely on the RCMP's guidelines.
CBC
to not give Canadians the facts.
Good morning, and I have some very tragic and breaking news this morning. There's been a mass shooting in Tumbler B.C. where 10 individuals were killed and at least 25 were injured. And a student says that classmates hid in barricaded rooms. The RCMP said that they've identified the shooter, but they're not releasing their identity at this time. What I found odd was the use of "their," and I also found this odd. Listen to this.
That includes the deceased gun person.
Okay. And then separately, do you know the gun person's relationship?
Gun person. So I did a bit more digging and I found the truth. Thanks to
Gun person.
Juno News, they found that the family confirmed the identity of the trans Tumbler Ridge school shooter. The name, Jesse Strang. Now, you have to ask yourself, why wouldn't they release the identity of the shooter, knowing who it was? This is very similar to what the US does and has done in the past when there has been a trans shooter. And here's my opinion on this
Canada may adjangan ni bakatakpad na yung katong mata. US adoktor sungan.
whole thing. The Liberal Party, they're going to end up using this and weaponizing this so you as the public back their gun grab program while not addressing the underlying issue. And the underlying issue, which is very similar to other shootings, is, in my opinion, very clearly mental health. Now, I have to say it's being alleged that the shooter is only 17 years old. And if that's the case, and they're transitioning, and it comes out that, I don't know, maybe there was puberty blockers involved, I think we're going to have a very, very, very big problem.
After a shooting in
Canada will have a very, very big problem. Mental health issues is yung mga yung isa nakpat.